Now we got two
Yeah.
teams with the Steelers and the Ravens that are looking to be heading into different directions. One with a coach leaving after 18 years. They've lost almost 40 years of coaches between the two teams, right? 19 years with one, 18 years with the other.
Insane.
Insane, right? Very different directions. Baltimore and Pittsburgh are going to look very different coming into the 26-27 season. Now is the question I have for you, Eugene. Which job is better? The Pittsburgh job or the Ravens job? Which job is better?
Ravens. I have Lamar. I don't know what I have with you guys. I don't know what I have with Pittsburgh. I don't know. Even if Aaron Rodgers is coming back, I don't even know. And the draft just got flipped upside down. I thought maybe I have a chance with Ty maybe slipping to the later first round. Now he's probably going to go.
Man.
Yeah, I thought maybe I might be able to get lucky and he slips down there because there's not a lot of quarterback needs in that kind of that first, in the kind of the first couple of picks. I mean, after the Jets, right? After the Raiders and Jets, there's still a lot of teams that don't need quarterbacks because they already have their kind of guys. So that's my only thing. I mean, I have Lamar. I know it wasn't a great year last year, but man, I still have a good defense. I still have a good. I mean, I have weapons on offense. Baltimore is it. The only thing I have in Pittsburgh is I've got a receiver. I've got a couple good running backs. I have a defense that's aging. That's the problem too. I have an aging defense. Even the secondary looks really good. It's my defensive line that I'm really concerned about on Pittsburgh. So and my offensive line. So there's just a lot more question marks with Pittsburgh. And there's no free agency. There's no free agency on the quarterback side too. We talked about that. And the only quarterback that seems to be that might be, and I don't want Pittsburgh to do this. Don't go after Kyler Murray. Don't do it. Don't do it. Pittsburgh, stay away.
Goodness gracious, man. Good. Are we even know is Kyler done in Arizona, man? Have we confirmed that?
Oh,
is that 100%?
I'm calling
that's 100% done.
I'm
calling that done now. Is what you're doing?
I'm calling it done. Why? If you're a healthy scratch, the fake leg injury, whatever it was for injury reserve, at the end of the year, yeah, they're done. Come on, there's no way they're moving on from him. There's just no way.
I would love to stick up for my Steelers here, and I'm going to a little bit here. I'm gonna go in and say, hey, the job is not that bad, but I get where you're going. Get where you're going here, only because the reason why I feel like I would be at a disadvantage because I'm not exactly subjective. I want to definitely say it's my beloved Steelers here, 100%. Just like I wanted to say it was the Falcons when we were talking about job openings. Like I wanted to say, but I feel like both of my favorite teams have the same problem. They have quarterback problems. They have quarterback problems. They have question marks at the most important position. And that would probably turn some coaches off. What I would say, let me go ahead and cape for my Steelers and try to do a little bit of recruiting for them. What you do, you're going to get a great football city here. They're ready to come out. You're going to get a massive fan base behind you. You're going to get patience. Steelers have only had 4 teams. So and that's the thing you get with both teams. All right, you get some patience with the Ravens. The Ravens have had only 3 coaches, I want to say, in their franchise history, and the Steelers have had about 4 in theirs. But the difference is the Steelers have been around a lot longer. Baltimore, they only got here in '96. And that first, they did fire that first coach. I don't know if he got fired or left in a couple of years, but they had Brian Billick, who, of course, won him a chip, and then John Harbaugh won him a chip as well. It's kind of like the coaches I really kind of know there. So it's not like either job is unstable, Eugene, but at the end of the day, I do feel like that Pittsburgh, when you look at the track record they have with dealing with coaches with losing records, that they didn't fire Bill Cowher. It took Bill Cowher like 15 years or so to win a chip, something like that. Like it took Cowher a long time to get over the hump. But at least they gave him the patience to do. They had the patience as a franchise to allow him to do that. I think that's something that's attractive to coaches. You're not going into these situations where you're going to be fired next year. or the year after. And that's at least what I'm hoping with the Steelers' next coaching hire. The Ravens have shown the ability to kind of hold on to coaches as well, but I feel like the Ravens have been. I mean, the Steelers have been winning all their games as well. But I feel like with the Ravens, I wanted to look and see. I think the thought with Harbaugh was that he's probably underperforming because Lamar is there, right? Is that kind of like the thought pattern? Is that why Harbaugh was kind of let out of there?
I think so. And then we gotta remember too, Harbaugh was almost fired before Lamar was drafted. I mean, we all forget about that. I mean, he was almost let go because of the whole.
That's what I was going to try to look at his coaching record.
Yeah, I mean, right before Lamar was
see.
like drafted, they were talking about firing him. So Lamar saved him from getting getting fired. Right,
searching in the wrong place.
Yeah. So, but the only difference that you brought up, the only difference is on the kind of with Pittsburgh and the Falcons. So it's roster wise, it's like we have talent. We just need we need a quarterback in that the drive to talent. I just don't know from your talent where yours is. Like we have a young defense.
Well, I feel like it's not as pronounced. So I think that with the Steelers, it may not be as pronounced and as sexy as having those offensive skill players. Like, when you look at a Drake London, you look at a Kyle Pitts, you look at a Bijan, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not as attractive. But I think that just as you saw, like when the Steelers came to the Falcons and they beat us here, it just seems like the Steelers, just as a football organization, is just a winning football team. It's hard to almost put into words at times.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And
there's not necessarily they got just TJ Watt, and it doesn't look as good as it looks for some of these other teams. Like when the Lions are rolling, the Lions look great, right? Like they have so many skilled guys out there catching the ball. They look amazing out there when they're rolling. The Steelers, when we're trying to get it done, and it's not always looking as great. We're grinding it out. Right, we got runs with Warren and Gainwell. We got little screen passes every now and then. We got the deep shot to DK every now and then. Like we're grinding it out. Doesn't look as good, and I still think that ability to grind out wins is there with the Steelers. But I 100% get what you're saying here. This is a hard sell, Eugene. Yeah. Only because there is not Lamar. If I can get Lamar Jackson. It's just, am I getting a healthy Lamar? But if I can get Lamar, at least I get a chance at that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
At least I got a chance at it. And if I can get a quarterback with the team I'm going to, then I feel a lot better. Now, organization-wise, we're looking at both of these teams, the Ravens and the Steelers.
Good organizations, both of them, right?
Now, are they better though? Now, here's the thing.
Yeah,
because the Giants, we're only looking at these two teams now, but we all know that there's about roughly almost a third of the league job openings right now. You know what I mean? So there's a lot more teams than just these two. Where do these two jobs rank in the total job market versus just these two? Like now, because that Giants job, man, is kind of attractive, brother. I'm gonna tell you that Giants job is attractive only because you're looking
Giants job.
If I like the dart. And then if I get Neighbors back, I got a high draft pick. I got a couple guys on defense. If I get Scatterbo back, it's a lot of ifs. Don't get me wrong. But those ifs are at least there. Whereas with other teams, you don't even have the ifs.
Right. Right. I know. Like, I mean, because if you look at all the openings, it's like, Cleveland looks awful. I'm sorry. I don't know what I don't know what Shador is going to be. I'm not saying it looks awful, but I don't like that. Miami, that still looks like that's so many question marks.
Is that Tua land or no? Or are they added to
I don't know, man.
They
benched him for Ewers. So I don't think think he's kind of right there with it, right on the way out. Arizona, it's all. So Arizona's very, very interesting as well because they've got a high draft pick, and they've got weapons, right? They've got some good offense. They've got pieces. Like you're not going in there blind, but again, still quarterback. I think you've got to. If I know Harbaugh can't come back to Baltimore because he's fired there, but if you're looking at it from a coaching, and man, I'd want to go right into. I mean, that's why Ben Johnson waited, right? He didn't come out. That's why he waited a year. He wanted to make sure he went to a team that had a quarterback and said, "Oh, look, Caleb, look at that. And they're going, and they're in the second round. They beat Green Bay in the wild card game because he has a quarterback. I mean, if you look at the openings, man, that's really enticing between Lamar and Dart. Obviously Lamar is the the great Christmas toy under the tree, and I think that's where you want to go first. But man, that Dart and just
so now, is it a slam dunk? Is it a situation where you have, because Lamar, I think Lamar to Dart to me Lamar is still way better in my opinion. However, we don't know what Dart's going to be. So you still have the upside of, I don't know, the question mark. He could end up being pretty good, especially if he's just able to stay on the field. Because in order for Lamar to really be great, you have to be playing games. So if Dart's able to even stay on the field more, but he missed a couple games last year, so and there's still some work to be done there. Yeah. What about the markets? You got Baltimore market, New York market, two very different markets, right?
Yeah. I mean, it all depends on where for me, it's Lamar. I want to go with. I know he hasn't had the playoff success, but man, that talent. I'm gonna always go for talent. I don't have a question mark. I have my quarterback. That's the one thing I don't have to worry about. I have my quarterback. Now I just got to figure out the rest. I'd rather figure that piece out versus, wait a minute, I got a Pittsburgh, then now I got to figure out quarterback. I got to figure out my offensive line. I got to figure out this defense. It's like there's so many question marks. It's like, oh, I have my quarterback. It makes your job so much easier if you have this one piece already in place, the one most important piece. And then you start building around that. Like, what do we need now? Okay. Do we bring back Henry? Do we do this? Do we do that? Or, we just, it's a more fun, to me, it's more fun way to figure out it's almost like a fantasy football draft, I'm already starting with Lamar. Cool. I can go anywhere now. Where am I going next? What do I need to fix? It just makes your job so much easier.
Oh God. I mean, I get it. And I think that here's my only saving grace here, because you're making such a compelling argument for the job as far as when you look at these two teams. If it was the choice came down to going to the Steelers, going to the Ravens, just getting Lamar, that offense is hard to pass up, I think, for any coach. I do think, though, there's something to be said, though, about the Steelers from a consistency standpoint, consistently winning these games. And like I said, too, I feel like there would be a lot of patience to figure things out. I don't think things aren't necessarily figured out immediately.
Right.
But I think you would have a lot of patience to see it through. But I understand what you're saying there. Now, coming from did you say you felt like the Ravens job would be the best job then because of Lamar? Did we decide that as well? Because is it just them in New York, or the rest of the jobs you're not even considering, right? You don't care about.
I will say Atlanta just because the talent.
Where would you put that at? Is that better than?
Okay,
so after the Giants, so you go Ravens, Giants, Atlanta. Is that the order you're going?
That's why I go in, just because. Now again, if we have the quarterback, let's just say Dart was on our team, then I would move Atlanta into that second spot. That's the only reason I did. Because
so it's kind of the Q. Who has a QB in place, then,
right? Because we have the win now roster. We do. We have it now. We just need the quarterback. But my fear is there's nobody on the market on the free agent market that really that I'm excited for, and there's nobody in the trade market that I'm excited for. So I would rather just punt this season and go into the draft next year and just get our guy. I'd rather just kind of get the bridge quarterback this year, get some. I'm going to say Jimmy G.
Is that advice for the Steelers, or are you talking about for the Falcons?
I would say both. I would say both of you guys. I would say
both kind of the same problem.
Right. You guys haven't had the bridge year, and because you've always been trying to patch it with a quarterback. And I thought maybe
Steelers don't believe in bridge years, man.
I know. I get it.
Go after it every year. That kind of puts you on the treadmill, though. It's hard to kind of get over that hump,
Right. But there's so many good quarterbacks. Again, Moore's going back. That adds to the pot. I think Manning's gonna come out next year. I think he is. And then you've got all these other. Then you got Sellers from South Carolina. There's just so many good quarterbacks gonna come
Is
out.
Sayan from Ohio coming out?
No, he's not. He's good. I don't think he's eligible. Actually, I think he's only. I think he's a sophomore.
So you're saying he's going back, right? So he can't. It's not impossible for him to come out. Right?
I don't think I had not heard him coming out, but I mean, everyone's declared. I think at this point, I have not heard, and I think he's going back, and I don't think he would. I haven't heard any any buzz about him. I mean,
he's young. He's young, man.
Yeah,
20.
and I then again just go back and be a part of this class where you can get drafted. And that'd be my advice. So
yeah, so he's a sophomore, I think, coming out.
Yeah, and he looked good this year.
Yeah, he's young. So yeah. Okay.
But yeah, no, I mean that would be my advice for Pittsburgh. Is do the gap year, get whatever you can on the free agent market, whoever, draft maybe somebody in the second round. Maybe a Carson Beck, or Allard. There's just not a lot. There's two guys. That's it. We know we're gonna get the combine. Somebody's gonna talk himself into somebody that's a second or third rounder. He's gonna look good in the combine, and they're gonna get fooled. And not just what. So your team, my team, let's not get fooled by that. Just pick. Well, we can't get fooled because we don't have a first rounder, but it would be interesting to see in the free agency market, but there's nobody there, and I wouldn't want to trade for anybody. There's nobody to trade for either, in my opinion, on a roster. I mean, maybe Mac Jones. I think he looked good, but I mean, does he look good because he's in the Shanahan system, which quarterbacks look good in? So. I don't know. I would
take a flyer on Jones, man.
I would.
People are saying Malik Willis might be a guy that gets a lot of attention. I'm just not. I mean,
I like him.
Maybe it's because of the scrambling kind of. I'm just out. Like maybe it's because Matt Ryan was a statue here, right? And we got MVP, took us to the Super Bowl, best Falcons quarterback of all time. And the only other person that we really had run that was kind of Vic. So you have to be like Mike Vick, and Willis is definitely no Mike Vick. So it's kind of like I would need to see more of Malik Willis before I'm really sold on that. You know what I mean? Mac Jones is definitely a little bit more of my Bama bias there, 100% factoring in. And the fact that I think he did take the Patriots to playoffs, at least a season.
He looked good this year. He looked really good in the games he came in for Purdy. He looked really good. And
he doesn't let neither one of these guys, be it him or Malik, but I hear Malik might get paid too. I got to look and see where his contract is here. I feel he might cost some money. That's the other thing with either one of these guys. I don't necessarily want to pay either one of them, whether it's Malik Willis or Mac Jones. I mean, I don't want to just give them the keys. I just want to give them auditions and give them opportunities.
Right. You do the 2 year, right? If you bring them in, like the whole. Like Justin,
what are you paying him?
I don't know. I mean, maybe 25. I mean, that's a guarantee. You're doing the 2 for 50, but it's all in the guarantee year, the first year. You're not going bonkers for it, right? It's all in the first year contract. It's basically a 1 year deal, right? I think that's where you're going with that deal, right? Something like that, which is fine. I think he'd be a good bridge quarterback. He'd be fun. You'd have that, like you said, like the scrambling. But
I mean, I'm fine with that because I don't think that the Steelers a lot of times with the problem with the Steelers versus with my Falcons is that Steelers pick late. My Falcons.
You're picking 22 by the way.
This year tend to pick. So we're actually picking before the Falcons this year. Due to the Rams owning our pick, but the Falcons tend to have a shot at those top 10 picks, and we're being those top 10s perennially versus the Steelers. They're more so having to address these things through free agency a lot of times by necessity. It'd be interesting to see what happens here because you do have Will Howard. If he turns into something, we did draft him last year. He's still out there. We don't know. We don't know if he turns into something. But I kind of agree that right now, with the Ravens having Lamar Jackson there in the quarterback position, I would have to put my Steeler bias to the side and say it's probably a more attractive job here at this point.